So I am sitting in front of this, which is the back window that isn't shuttered. There's shutters on it, but they're not closed because it's north facing and it's very shaded. The temperature is 32, 31.9. Temperature, oh, it's not showing me the temperature indoors. When I think it was about 22. The shutters, the other side of the room, we're all closed and it's all dark. So I thought I should sit here and get some natural light. A bit of a queue in this house now for vlogs. I've been doing the Tales from the Bunker vlog for Mark, and when Phil was here 2 weeks ago, he did a vlog, a video. They're not vlogs. He did a video in the bunker for his Tom Lee RC channel, which just really went through the roof. People really enjoyed it, really liked it, and Mark's subscriptions for his tiny YouTube channel that I began for him, I don't know, 4 months ago, 3 months ago, went from 16 subscribers, and I think it's on about 90 today. We did so Phil's video did really well on his channel, and then I don't remember whether it was yesterday or the day before, I did a video from his bunker of one of the big aircraft that he made, a Lancaster, and posted that on his channel, which he's got a lot more subscribers on, and obviously subscribers that are interested in that type of video, and that went absolutely mad. It had I can't remember now, over 2,000 views, I think, in 48 hours, which is amazing. So there's a bit of a queue. I've just done a vlog, a video for him of another aircraft that he built, that a model of a Halifax, that, and his dad flew in a Halifax, was a gunner in an Halifax during the war. So I've just done that. That's uploading, and now I'm doing this one for me. And this one is not something I've thought about for a long time, but something that now and again I think, what is that? What does that mean? And I think people think that I don't know, what's the word? I think when I ask questions like this, people think I'm naive. Maybe I am. But some way back, months and months and months ago, and I can always tell by the comment that it's an insult. You know, I might not understand it, but you can tell by the tone that it's an insult. And somebody said something like, she's just a Karen, or you're just a Karen, and I don't know who Karen is. I don't know. I know it's meant as an insult, but I wonder where that came from, and I'd be interested if you would tell me. I really don't. I don't know, and that's not me being difficult. It's not me being facetious or sarcastic. I really don't know where that term comes from. I just know it's an insult by the way that it was thrown at me, I suppose. There's another thing that I really don't understand, and it doesn't matter how many times I go and look to try and make sense of it. And again, it quite often feels to me like it's used as an insult, is when people use the word woke. And I think somehow there is meant to be a group of people who are woke. I hate it. It's like, it's just, there's a group of people who are woke, and I'm quite possibly one of those people in that group. But what I believe is that you can say you're woke, but I think a lot of people think they're woke, or a lot of people believe, yeah, a lot of people believe they're woke, but they're only woke to their own bubble or perception or beliefs. Um, Talking about being woke suggests that 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 I think again, I don't really understand, but it suggests that these are people that know everything that's going on and understand everything that's going on and can see the light. And I'm thinking, I suppose an example is when I came out of nurse training and started working for Mark. Then he'd been my supervisor for some of my training and then was my boss. The last 6 months of the last 3 months of my training, 6 months of my training, would spend or spent on practice. So I'd have 3 months in one place. It was called roster service, and I had 3 months in another. And I chose which way round my rostered service would be. And my first 3 months was with Mark at the day hospital. And I can remember, and he remembers well because he thinks, oh my God, here we go. We've got a right one here. I can remember standing there with my arms folded, with my DMs and my short red hair because I'd got it dyed red, and really, I was really quite rebellious. And saying to him that I'm fine, I'm sorted, I don't need to be here, la la la, and I'm going to do 3 months here. I'm going to take my holiday from here, and then I'm going to go and work on the acute ward. And there was a really strong defensiveness around me that I had no idea was there. Absolutely no idea that this woman, because I was a woman, I was, I don't know, 40, just over 40. I was very strong, I believed. And sadly, I guess in retrospect, I had this belief that I was not immortal, but really didn't see my weaknesses, I guess is how to put it. So I was very defended, and I was working. So I worked at the day hospital. I was given a small caseload and working with highly trained, highly respected psychotherapists and occupational therapists, and learning loads about the world and psychiatry and whatever. And as time went on, I went to do my transactional analysis training, where I discovered that this be strong part of me was my defence, and it covered the vulnerable child part of me, the scared part of me, the part of me that hadn't been as well taken care of as it could have been when I was younger. So I'd had to use this defence to protect myself because there wasn't really anybody protecting me. So I learned all of that in my training and then subsequently in my therapy. And so, but back then, when I stood in front of Mark and arms folded, DMs, I'm sorted, I don't have any problems, was the woke part, the part that I thought was woke and believed in. And it was only later that I discovered actually there was more. And I wonder if I understand the woke term correctly, whether we all believe that we're woke, but we're in a bubble that reinforces our beliefs. We place ourselves in a bubble that reinforces our beliefs. And I sort of think, there's the whole gun culture thing in America, and it's like we on the outside look and think, can't you see? Can you not see that you're killing people, you're killing children, and the common denominator is the gun. It's not mental illness, it's the gun. But it's like they're in a bubble and they choose not to see it. It's denial. What's another example? Because I always bring America up as an example. I suppose because it is so different, or much of it is so different, and seems to me as an outsider, to me from my woke bubble, fucking insane. Absolutely, any any large group of people, and I'm not saying this is all Americans. Lots of Americans talk to me on my vlog and say, no, this isn't what I believe either. But how a massive group of people can idealize Donald fucking Trump is beyond belief, absolutely beyond belief. That he is the biggest narcissist that I have ever seen. There's a lot of them around. You got Boris Johnson, we had Hitler, and you've got Putin, but Donald Trump's on that same scale. They're all fucking narcissists. So when I look from my bubble and look at that bubble, at those people who idealize him and want to put him back in power. I mean, we didn't live in America. We haven't lived in America. We don't live in America. We don't even live in the UK. We live in France. But for that last few months of Donald Trump being president, before Biden was sworn in, even we were holding our breath. And I know my friend Peggy in Chicago, was really holding her breath, but as were we, holding our breath, because he had control, or could control, the bloody the nuclear codes. So I may have misunderstood woke, and I'd be really grateful if somebody could explain it to me, because I don't want to use that term, because I think it's just shite. But I believe that I am very aware of many things, which may mean that I'm woke, but somebody may decide I'm not. Somebody may throw that at me as an insult, or I still think I read it when I see it, so on Twitter or somewhere, that it's used as an insult against people, and I really don't understand it, and I maybe have really misunderstood it. So I'd like to know about that, and I want to know who the fuck is Karen. Where did that come from? Obviously, it's very insulting, apparently, but because I don't know who Karen is, I'm not insulted. So, fuck you. Okay, so that's me, and we're shut behind shutters until Sunday. The forecast is for 41 on Saturday, 41 centigrade. And it's breezy, so it's going to feel like 44 centigrade, I think, which is quite exceptional here for June. It's called a canicule, which is a heat wave, and a heat wave is we have a warning, and it's where the people don't really get a chance to cool down. So you've got very hot during the day, and the temperatures during the night don't really cool enough to allow you to refresh yourselves or cool off. I can't remember what the temperature got to in. See, upstairs in the house gets quite warm because it's up in the roof, and I know that there's insulation up there, but it still gets warm, so our bedroom was warm. We do have upstairs, we have a portable, very noisy aircon unit, which it might be that Mark has to plug that in tonight. But yeah, so we're stuck here till at least Sunday, and with the shutters closed, but that's okay. It's just a bit early to be having a canicule in June. This is normally July, end of July, August type weather. So fuck knows what we're going to get then. It's quite worrying, really. There we go. Bon après-midi.